Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me know if y'all hear me. Put that good old one in the chat. Let me know. We're gonna talk about it real quick. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. There you go. I need my theme music. Right? We're gonna talk about this just for a little bit. Right? I don't wanna hold up too much of your time. Right? Hold on. Okay. Making sure everything is straight and all that good show. It is. It is, right? Shout out to my man Adrian Settles. It's my guy. Shout out to my man VP74. Shout out to Grow Top of your fan. Now listen, I know there's a lot of people. I don't know. There's some people that's probably asleep. I don't know. They're probably busy. I just say, yo, let me just go live real quick and um, talk about the spread and why a lot of people's getting uh, messed over. I'm not gonna curse yet. Why they've been getting messed over on this tournament so far. I haven't, but there's people. Of course, if you look on Twitter and stuff like that, you're gonna see there's people that has been getting roasted, and uh, it's because of these spreads, right? Let me ask you guys a question. What has been your biggest takeaway in round one and round two so far? What has been the biggest surprise for you? Let me know. Now, you know, we're gonna be on here for a short time. We can do another bigger show tomorrow. But now, let's talk about it, right? Um, I do want to tap into the -1 and the +1, the -4 and the +4, the -4.5 with the +4.5. I want to tap into those three real quick, right? Because I really do think you guys should know that. I am gonna do a part two as well, with repeating what I was saying, with me repeating what I'm about to say here, right? But for the guys that can be here, we're gonna chop it up, right? Man, Adrian he says take notes. That's right. I want you guys to take notes on this. So when you bet Sweet 16, what is it? The Elite Eight, Final Four, Championship, and so on, you have the better idea. I want you guys to understand you are going to win more than you lose with the information that I'm going to give you. You're going to win more than you lose. You're going to win 95% of the time. Yes, I said it. I'm sorry. 95% of the time you are going to win. Just to learn to pick your spots for anyone that is a better. Now, if you do not bet, right, you can also follow the spread as well. That's why I always tell people, if you are not a bettor, you should still pay attention to betting lines so you have an idea of who's going to win the game. It could be your team, your favorite team, someone you're rooting against, but these spreads do mean a lot. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to, understand it, right? So you can write it down. There's more gems, but like these three spreads, I want you to really pay attention to, because these has been the top three spreads in the tournament so far. Feel me? Adrian said, "Get these nuggets." Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm gonna give it to them real quick. Pause. That sounds mad crazy. We got Repeat in the building. And then Repeat says, "Yeah." He says, "Be fire in the damn building." I hope y'all listening and took Yale money line. Yeah, Yale right now is losing by 8. Um, if anyone feels comfortable, you can always look at Yale's spread too. You're gonna get a better number than the 5.5. It was originally 5.5, right? But being that San Diego was up 13-5, y'all, you can get a better number. You could probably get a what? If anyone, let me make sure I look at it. You can get a 7, right? Maybe you can get a 7 or 8. To me, that's better than the 5.5. So let me see. I want to make sure I tell you guys. Yeah, the books seems like they don't want to let off. It's 5.5 still right now, and they're up 16-7, which is kind of weird. That's very, very weird. So that should tell you something, right? It should tell you something, people. Like something just ain't right about that. right? It's 5.5 still. San Diego's up by like what 9, 10 points right now. I know you're gonna say, "Oh, it's early," but no, it really don't work that way. Because any other time, a favorite, if you want to take the favorite and they winning, you ain't gonna get them at no 5.5. They'll be a damn 10.5 or something like that. But now, when the dogs is the hot commodity of this game, the books just don't want to let up. Ain't that kind of funny? Y'all guys don't find that kind of weird? Right? I'm not saying it's a foregone a foregone conclusion, but we have to pay attention to these type of things, right? He says UConn Grotopia says UConn looks unbeatable. Definitely. The next round, I think the next round should show them some. I think it's going to be a little bit more close. The next round, even it, Yale or San Diego State. If San Diego, let me see, if Yale loses this game, San Diego State wins, I think they are going to give UConn a game if San Diego State wins this game right now. I could see that. I think they'll give UConn. It ain't going to be no UConn blowing them out. I tell you that much for sure. It ain't going to be that. This is the Sweet 16. The Sweet 16 is usually when things get that's when it gets real exciting, right? The winner moves on to the Elite Eight, and then the Elite Eight is going to be exciting. And then the winner moves on to the Final Four, and they got the championship. So we got to keep that in mind, right? But yeah, UConn. I mean, that was kind of expected for the first two rounds. It was kind of expected to me. That's the reason why I didn't really mention UConn games really, because I'm like, yeah, all right. We already know what they're gonna do. The defending champions, they're not gonna let them get bumped out the first round. That's not gonna happen. They are not gonna. They're not losing that second round. That's why I didn't worry about that. I ain't worried about their games because I already know what they're gonna do. Oh yeah, let's let them win. We're gonna let them win and stuff like that, right? Nah, I wasn't interested in that, right? Not at all. So what we got here? He says, I got Gortopia says, I got my eye on Marquette. Um, you know what's so crazy about that? Low key, I'm paying attention to them as well. Low key, I am paying attention to Marquette. That's not someone I'm rooting for, but yeah, I'm kind of looking at them as well. I'm looking at them as well. They look kind of interesting. They do. They're gonna. It's gonna get a little tough for them though. I wonder if we're gonna see a Marquette and an NC State. Let me see. Sometime down the road, in order for them to meet, guys, right? It would have to be. No. I'm sorry. I'm bugging out. It is gonna be Marquette versus NC State. What am I talking about? And the winner goes to the Elite Eight. I'm sorry. I was thinking they meet in the Elite Eight. The winner goes to the Final Four. But remember, they're both in the South region. So that's gonna be a good ass game. I could Shaka Smart and his team. You know they're pushing him for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. Yup. He says 4.5 was Drewski says 4.5 was goated this week. As soon as I catch up, we're gonna get right into it. He said, I meant the first Yale game. Oh yeah, that was a fact. I remember when I said that, right? Yep, and good shit that you caught on to that too, repeat. That was a no-brainer right there with the whole Yale situation. And for those that don't know, I'll break it down. UNC won't win because of their coach, Hubert Davis. You don't think so? He said, Grotopia says, nah, I don't think they win it. It says, what teams am I liking? I took a liking to Arizona. Not to really win, but to go far. Remember what was it? The last stream we did, right? What was it last week when I said I took futures? I don't have the notes. I have the notes in the other studio. I said what? Pay attention to Arizona, right? I did say pay attention to Kentucky too. Trash. I'll take the L on that one. Pay attention to UNC because of the state of North Carolina now having betting, so that really and always makes a big deal. It makes a huge deal for those that don't know. It's very big of a deal when a team can get betting, right? So NC State is doing their thing, but I would like to see yeah, I really don't have a pick because remember I go by game by game. I go by games. I don't really go by tournaments. I don't go by the whole tournament because it's very, very hard. Everybody bracket is done. If anyone is lying, there's no brackets left. Whoever tells you they still have a bracket that's alive, literally, they're lying, bro. There's no bracket. There should be no bracket that is alive. The only people that should have winning brackets are people that work for the NCAA low key. That's making these brackets. Those are the only people that have winning brackets or something like that. But other than that, come on, a regular person does not have no winning bracket right now. They're lying if they say that. Nobody. Grotapi says because of the skin color, not that I have anything against him. No, I feel you, Grotapi. We talk about that all the time. Don't ever be afraid to speak on that. If I mean, oh man, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of money on UNC. So even if they had a white coach, I still wouldn't even. I mean, you can see them in the championship because UNC has a thing where they just always there, right? A match that would be interesting for me is if we see what is that? UNC versus Gonzaga, a rematch from 2017. That's something that can be possible as well. Keep that in mind. Not saying that's going to happen. We're going to see how that Purdue game is going to happen. Is going to go. Hopefully Purdue just spanks that ass, but we gotta see, right? We can't just, we can't just assume and stuff and things like that. But Grotapia says you paying attention to women's side too. Yes, of course, of course. But I pay close attention to the women's side when it gets to the Sweet 16, Elite 8, because to me, I think that's when it gets exciting. It's too many blowouts. It's the blowouts are worse with women than the men. So I'll pay attention, but I will not bet the first or the second round when it comes to women. You bet the what is that? You bet the Sweet 16 and so on. That's how I do it. UConn got the most money on them. Yeah, on them probably UNC next. Yeah, I'm not rooting for both of those teams, but I would like to see UNC win and the Elite 8, not the Sweet 16. What did I tell you about the whole UNC Arizona thing? Let's talk about that. Who's winning the woman, Grow? So Grotapia repeat wants to know who you think is winning. I feel like Clark won't win it. It's too much. They're talking about her a little bit too much as if she's already winning. Because if she goes, she has to win now. You got, because you went to the championship last year, right, and lost. Now you got to win. You broke the record. You on commercials. You getting more burn than a lot of NBA players, NBA pro athletes. So it's like you have to win it. You have to win it. So we gonna see, but it's too much hype around her. I wonder how much money's around her. Arizona Elite 8 bet going strong. Yes, people. Last week, what did I say? My main bet for the whole tournament, I said Arizona going to the Elite 8. Did I not say that? Because here's the scenario, y'all. Who's the point guard for Arizona? Caleb Love, right? Caleb Love came from what team? He came from UNC. So wouldn't it be a good idea to have Caleb Love in Arizona against UNC in the next round, right? And check this out. We want to make sure we get it straight, right? That's going to be a Sweet 16. Not a Sweet 16. I'm sorry, because North Carolina's going against Alabama now. Clemson is going against Arizona, but these two can meet in the Elite 8. North Carolina versus Arizona, and the winner gets the trip to the Final Four. So that was my call. I put it on my community tab. UNC, Arizona. So if you had bet them UNC both games, first round, second round, Arizona first round, second round. So far, you're doing so good. So if in a couple days, if you want to do a parlay with Arizona and North Carolina, right? North Carolina beats Alabama, Arizona beats Clemson. Try to see what you can get out of that. I would take it. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. For the simple fact is, I called that, so I can't sit there and not bet those two games. So these two teams can meet, right? So that's what we're gonna do. So let's get into it real quick, right? What we're gonna start with? Let's start with the minus. Let's start with the -1, right? The -1 is very, very important. The +1 is very important. You guys have to understand this, right? And a grow topic. Matter of fact, let me put that up there for you. Let me put that up there. People have to understand this, right? And pay attention to this. For anyone and everyone that's tuned in, I want you to write this down. If you are watching, please write this down. This is a gem. Or if you don't have time to write it down, play it back. Play this back. We are 16 minutes in, so you already know. Going to the 16 mark of the show so you can hear it. You are going to win 95% of the time. 95% of the time. I'm not going to say 100. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice with it and say you're going to win 95% of the time if you follow these spreads. We're going to start off with the -1 first. And if you don't bet, just know if you see these spreads with the game that you're watching, just know that your team's going to win or they're going to lose. The -1 and the +1. I can't stress this enough, people. Right? I cannot stress. Let me see what's the score. Okay, yeah. I cannot stress this enough, guys. If you see a game and it's a -1, the favorite is a -1. Well, obviously, right? The underdog is a +1. Do not, I repeat, do not bet on, I repeat, do not bet on the favorite when they are a -1. Do not do it. Do not, do not, do not, please, do not bet on the -1. I'm dead serious.
Are you fucking serious?
I am dead serious. Don't do it. I'm going to tell you why, right? I've got burnt a lot. So I'm not just talking out my ass. It's like this. You got team A going against team B. Why can't the books just make it a pick 'em? Why you can't just make it a pick 'em? May the best man win. A pick 'em means it's even. We all know books cannot make money when these lines are even. They can't have a whole slate of NBA games, college games, or football games, whether pro or collegiate as well, with a whole bunch of minus a bunch of pick'ems. The books have to make money some way somehow. So that's the reason why you see the -175 and then the underdog is a +215 or something like that. They have to make money some way somehow. And if it's a pick'em, they can't really make money like that. So if you got to ask yourself, why is it a -1 and a +1? That absolutely makes no sense either. You might as well just make it a pick'em game, right? The -1 team, quote unquote, is the better team. Am I right or wrong? That's the better team. So if that's the better team, shouldn't they be at least 3 points or more? They should be giving an underdog 3 points. If I'm better than you, why am I only 1 point better than you? That's basically saying you're not better than me. I mean, I'm not better than you. I'll do you one better. If there's anybody, let's talk about when sports betting first got big in the last, we're in 2024. Let's start from 2018, right? Because when Jersey had got it and then sports betting got big ever since, right? I will literally, I tell you this much. I will end myself on live Man, they getting Yale's getting a butt whipping right now, y'all. They got to have some type of comeback. That 5.5 may be the way. Um, I will unalive myself on live if anybody can show proof that a that a -1 wins more than a +1. And I'll even up it for you. You don't even just have to worry about collegiate basketball. You can give me the stats on collegiate basketball, NBA basketball, collegiate football, and pro football. So I'm giving you 4. Pay attention. If you can give me the history of all the -1s and the +1s, if you can find it, starting from 2018 to today, I guarantee you the +1s win maybe 95% of the time, 90. I'll just say maybe 90% of the time they win over the -1. Now, the whole goal is to what? To win more than you lose, right? So why the fuck do y'all keep betting that -1?
Are you fucking serious?
That's stupid. Why do y'all keep betting the -1 with a favorite? You bet the underdog with the +1 because that's saying that we are the better team. We are going to win because you're only giving us 1 point. Why the fuck would the books do that? That makes no sense. Why would the books risk making a team a -1? And here's the thing. You guys may say, well, -1s do win. But you also have to pay attention to how long that line was a -1 and how long it was a +1. If it keeps flip-flopping, there is a chance that the -1 will win because the underdog may become the favorite now, and that favorite may become the underdog. So if it's a flip-floppy line, go with your judgment. Do your research. But if it stays on that +1 and that -1 for a good amount of hours, a long time, and it's just staying there, 95% of the time you are going to win if you bet the underdog with the +1. Don't believe me? Check. No +1 has lost yet in a tournament so far that stayed as a +1. Listen to what I'm saying because I'm giving you some gems. No team that stayed a +1 lost yet. Not one. Not one. If you saw a +1 team lose, that's because the line had flipped for some reason. But no team that stayed, because trust me, that's the first thing that I look for when it comes to lines. So y'all not going to argue with me and tell me I'm wrong about that. Whenever you see a +1, that's who you roll with. Are you going to win 100% of the time? No, you're not going to win 100% of the time. You're going to win 95% of the time. Isn't that the whole goal? I want to win more than I lose. Let's be serious, bro. This is always business, baby. Y'all got to realize that.
It's always business.
It's always business.
Never personal.
It's always business. This is what I want you guys to realize. You take the +1 always. And oh, by the way, towards the NIT tournament, oh yeah, +1 team won as well. They stayed a +1 for damn near the whole day, and I saw it. Yes, and I took them. The only reason why I ain't talk about it because I'm not sure if you guys are interested in the NIT tournaments or any other tournament. I think you guys, I don't know. I'm just guessing you guys is interested in the big tournament, right? But yeah, another team that was a +1 won today. +1 teams went undefeated yesterday too. I just didn't post that. I mean, because come on, you guys can do the research and do your due diligence, and you can see. I'm not going to keep saying the +1 every single day, but I do like to throw it in some people's faces because I keep saying I told you so. So while you guys is looking for lines, you looking for certain games because you like certain teams and it's popular. Stop worrying about these teams because it's popular. You worry about the lines. If you see a +1, I'm taking a +1. Even if it's a game that I'm not interested in. I'm not interested in that game. That game looks boring. So what? What do you care about? You care about the game or you care about making your money for those that bet? I mean, I just want to give you this gem. It's going to happen 95% of the time. And once again, if you think I'm lying, go do your research. Look at all the scores. You know how we have the app where you can check all the scores? See, here's the thing with Yale. Yale can't win this game if they can't play defense. And that's the reason why they're getting blown out by 18 points. Listen, it is what it is. This was a 5.5 spread. This game looks disgusting so far. But Oh yeah, wait. What the Grotopia said? There's a huge shooting in Moscow. Yes, Russia. 150 people passed away on Friday, and their flag is white, blue, and red, which is also the Arizona jersey colors. Yeah, that's true, but that's also Arizona. That's also UConn. You know that, right? UConn got the same colors. Not saying they're gonna win. I remember you said that in the previous NBA stream. Yes, I keep trying to tell people. I'm gonna tell you this on collegiate, NBA, college football, and NFL football. I'm gonna tell you guys this. Adrian Settle, take your notes. That's right. I want you guys to just take these notes because here's the thing. A lot of handicappers, they charge you. Now, the information I'm giving you, I should be charging, but I'm not gonna do that because I want you guys to win. And if you think about it, if you take this information and you run with it, you got handicappers that's charging you per day for per game. I'm already telling you, pay attention to -4s out the gate. I'm telling you to pay attention to +1s and -1s out the gate. Now, there is another spread that you have never heard me talk about. Now, that right there, I am not giving away for free. There's no chance in hell that I'm giving away that spread for free. Not at all. That's not happening. I tell you guys about the -1, +1, and the -4 and the +4. But this other number, you've never heard me say it. I'm not gonna say that one. That one has to be you got to join the membership. When I start putting out the membership, that's when you guys can take advantage of that, right? But that 4 and that 1, it amazes me how nobody pays that attention. They look for the popular games. They look for the games where the people is where the game is a -8 or a -9, or you see a 3. Fuck all of that. Give me the 1s and give me the 4s. I want to win more than I lose. What did I say here? When you come here, right, and you listen to what I'm saying, I want to give information. If I can't give you information that makes sense, I'm useless. These handicappers, they don't know what the fuck they be talking about. I'm sorry, no disrespect. They don't. See, what it is you guys see. I'm gonna tell you what it is. You guys see their subscribers, right? Because a lot of them be having 50 plus thousand subscribers, right? Or their views, and you think they know what the fuck they talking about. A lot of them don't. They're just fanboys. They're not giving you the real information that you're supposed to really know. Let's just be honest about that. First of all, they think it's real. Let's just start off with that. They think it's real. It's not real, right? But if it being that it's fake, and we all know where it stands with rigged, scripted, and fixed, right? That's not even a big deal if it's real. Let's just pretend it's real. Whatever. You still take advantage of the +1 and the -4. We're gonna get into the -4 next. We're still talking about this +1. I'm gonna end it. But I don't understand why people. Okay, if you guys want to know, yes, I am up. I am up this tournament. I took advantage of every +1. I'm taking the +1. Now, if I see that +1 flip-floppy, that's when I'm gonna fall back. Maybe. I still got to do my due diligence. If that line stays on a -1.5 and a +1.5, I'm taking the favorite with the -1.5. The half a point does matter to the books. Well, it doesn't matter. Listen, to me, I've always said, if sports is so-called real, why does the spread matter? I said that. That's something that I said. And I'm like, nobody can, not one person can answer that question. I don't think anybody in the comment can answer that question. I can't answer that question. People that believe sports is real, they can't answer the question. If sports is so-called real, why does the spread matter besides you telling me the books have to make money some way, somehow? Besides you saying that, why do these numbers matter if sports is real? These are all professionals, right? How could you say this team is 10 points better than the other? Based on what? You don't know that the team that's the favorite, you don't know what the quarterback or the point guard is really going through. He may be going through some personal issues that nobody knows about. And he's the main scorer, or he's the head guy for that team. How could we say that team is 10 points better? If you really think about it. Y'all understand what I'm saying, right? I hope I'm not losing y'all. We can't, there's no way you can put a number on real sports. So when you see a certain number, what do? You take advantage of it. Gotta take advantage of it, right? I'm not here to charge you guys. I told you about a +1 and a 4. I'm not charging nobody because I want to see you guys win. I want to be one of the people that's responsible for the books changing the number. That's why. That's the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. I want to be one of the people that's responsible because once I say it and you guys say it and then it spreads like wildfire. Oh snap, the books is like, what's up with this +1? Why are so many people taking the +1? Since when? They never was before. They kept taking the favorites. Wait a minute, we got to change the line. We have to change the line. You understand what I'm saying? Is there a connection between March Madness winner and the NBA champion? It's a connection between every single sport, Grotapia. Every single sport, there's a connection. It's always a connection. That's why I say people, you got to think about politics. You have to research politics. You know how, remember when what was it, a couple years ago, they said what? Keep sports and politics separate from each other. You know why they said that, right? You know why they said that? Think about it. Because sports betting was growing. And sports betting has a lot to do with politics. Sports have a lot to do with politics. So if you don't think about politics and you just think about the sports, you are going to make your picks based on your heart instead of your head. Now, if you keep politics and sports together, you're going to think with your head instead of your heart, and you can easily win. Sometimes y'all just got to do the opposite of what you are told by the elites. That's it. Once you do the opposite of what you're told by the elites, you're going to do well. I don't want to be one of these people on YouTube that's talking and you can't learn shit from them. They just think because they have a whole bunch of subscribers and followers, right? Because it's always the people that got especially 120,000 subscribers or 100,000, like, you know, the 3-figure and the 6-figure subscribe. They really think they talking about something. They're not talking about shit. They don't know nothing. I haven't learned nothing from any one of them yet. Myself, by sitting down watching. What the fuck are y'all talking about? I don't care that your favorite team is the Buffalo Bills. Talk to me about why do you think this team is really gonna win? I don't care that your favorite team is the Chiefs. I don't care if your favorite team is the Lakers and you love LeBron. Tell me why that team is gonna win the championship. It makes sense when you tell me why. Not saying you have to be right all the time, but tell me what I need to really know based on what. It's all about the numbers, people. The players are just the pawns. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes home court or home field advantage is an automatic -1.5 to 2.5 points. Absolutely, Born Cool. Shout out to my man Born Cool is in a building. Once again, you guys could be anywhere, but you're here with me on a Sunday night at 10:53, and I appreciate it because y'all could be doing something else. Y'all don't have to be here, and that's the reason why I rock with y'all and respect every single one of y'all for being here. Yale's getting their ass kicked right now. They're gonna have to run, but I think it's gonna be one of those runs. They're gonna make this game exciting, right? Once again, if anybody wants to, if you're thinking about betting, there's the what is that? There's the in-play. You know, I'm an in-play guy. I preach in-play all day. So, yeah. And another note too: if Yale loses, we get San Diego versus UConn, the rematch from last year's championship too. That's something possible as well. So this is a matchup. This is an important matchup for UConn as a whole. Right, but sometimes home court or home field advantage is an automatic 1.5 to 2.5 points. That's what Bone Cool says. That's absolutely right. Once you're at home, we give you that extra point. Yo, once people pay attention to that shit, I'm telling you, you guys are going to be very good at betting. Or if you don't bet, you're going to be very good with your knowledge of the game, and you could pass that on when you're sitting there eating your nachos and drinking your beer, and we are all watching the game on the couch and shit like that. You know, like we all do, and we all at a sports book, when you were eating our wings and we're talking about the game and we're debating. You will be very good with your knowledge when you let people know, listen, this team ain't gonna win. Why? And somebody asks you, why aren't they gonna win? Because they are -1, stupid. That's why. You understand what I'm saying? It's because they are -1. They ain't gonna win. And if they do win, best believe they're gonna lose the next time they become a -1. Are you on a play right now? I'm on Yale +6, and it's not looking good. I have Are you on a play right now? What the fuck? I'm on Yale +6, and it's not looking. Oh man, that's crazy. I heard that right. Um, yes, I have a prediction for Yale versus UConn actually. So that's actually I need them to win, right? But I do have money on the +5.5. I do have money on the +5.5. So hopefully we get that comeback thing. I was worried about the spread more than the actual win, but I do want to see that battle of Connecticut, right? This is a game for UConn, regardless, either way. They can get that rematch, even though they won last year. They can get that rematch, or they can have that battle of the state of Connecticut. Either or. Those are my plays for the game that's happening right now, right? McCoon George in the building. Ishmael Reeves is in the building. What's up, my guy? How was you? I'm gonna catch up because now we're going to get into the 4. We're going to get into the 4. Let's go with the membership. That's right, repeat. I'm going to do the membership. And make sure y'all hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I appreciate everyone for subscribing. I hit the 1,000 mark. That's right. I hit the 1,000 mark. And let's keep going. Let's keep building this shit. Let's keep building it. You said Yale 18.5 right now. Listen, y'all, if y'all feel Yale is 18.5. So if we can forget about the 6.5, if you like the 18.5, see, this is once again, this is why I love the 6 and this is why I love the 1 and the 4, because usually you already know who's going to win for sure when you see that spread. When you see that spread, you already really know who's going. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, I know who's gonna win this. It's easier when you see that spread, right? He says, if Illinois makes it to the Final Four, I'm betting them to win. Yes, yeah, I think Illinois can do something. The eclipse is the day of the championship game. Carbondale, Illinois is the X from the 2017 eclipse. Yes. Pay attention. Yes, you can pay attention to that, but you know what's so crazy too? 2017 can also be a clue, Adrian. So Illinois, you write that down in your notes because that's good. And what you also put down is a Gonzaga versus UNC. Not saying that's a for sure thing, but you should also put that in your notes because in 2017, that was the championship game at that time. And UNC pulled it out. Remember that. So they could probably give you a rematch of that. Not saying that's a for sure thing, but you know what I mean, right? I just set my FanDuel account up. Let's get this money. That's it. That's it. Oh, you just got it done? You just set it up? Like, yeah, let's get this money. Sweet 16 is coming up, y'all. After this, Sweet 16 time. We get to Sweet 16, we can do something. But listen, I think Yale's gonna make some type of run in the game. This is what I don't like: blowout games. Blowout games is boring. And that's the thing. That's the thing about basketball as a whole, whether it's college or NBA. It's just boring. It's boring. Usually, when someone's down, have we seen a big comeback at this tournament? I think we only seen one, right? Only one. What was that? Was it Dayton? Was it Dayton came back, right? I don't think we saw a big comeback after that. These games have just been shit, right? And yeah, I was on Yale. This loses. Just know that y'all can make it up with the 4s and the -1s. That's the reason why I'm giving y'all this knowledge. Y'all can make this up easy, right? All right, my man, I got to bounce. Hopefully we can get Yale to make a comeback. I sub. See you next time. Shout out to you, Born Cool. Make sure you come back next time. I appreciate that. If we don't get this one, this is why I'm giving this information. If we don't get this one, you have a whole bunch we're going to get. The -1 and the -4s, right? Now, it said Illinois is the plus 3,200 right now. Interesting. It's a clean team. You know, UNC is good. Now, 4.5, I mean, shit, not to repeat myself. Oh, my God, they're killing them. Not to repeat it, but it's the same thing with the The -4. Same thing with a -4, people. Whenever you see a -4, you take the -4. Right? You take the -4. I'm against taking spreads like that. But what I mean by that is the favorite is going to win. They're going to win 95% of the time. It's no different from the +1 with the underdog. The underdog, you take it with a +1. The favorite, when you see them at 4 and they stay at 4 for a long time, if they stay at 4 for a long time, it's very important that you check the spreads daily, especially if you know what you're going to pick prior. If you know what you're going to pick, this game is over, y'all. I'm officially telling y'all, Yale lost. So we're going to see San Diego versus, because these games is over. Usually at half, these games is over. At halftime, these games is over. Do not worry about it. San Diego versus UConn. So after I talk about this 4, I want to ask you guys who you think is going to win. San Diego or UConn, because it's a foregone conclusion. When games is done at halftime, games is over. That's the reason why I say sometimes it is a waste of time going 2 games. You're spending your money on games that's going to be over at halftime. When your team is losing at halftime, just leave. Just leave the game. Don't come back. They're going to lose 90% of the time. They're not coming back. Those days is over. The leagues usually don't do that anymore. It's too much of a risk. They used to do that, but with sports betting getting big, they're going to get more tight, right? So this game is over. We can't wait for I can't wait for the Sweet 16. It's gonna be interesting. But the -4, you take the favorite. If they stay on the -4 for a long time, for a while, they're gonna win. If it's a +4, I don't take it. There's some instances where a +4 would win. You'll see them win, but don't get greedy betting a +4 all the time, because you're going to be very upset. You're going to take them to win as a dog. Tell me, you -4s. Tell me how many +4s won. Not 4.5s, but +4s. How many +4s won the tournament yet in round 1 and round 2 so far? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me at least 3 of them won. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me that. I'm waiting. Now, look what Repeat says. Check this out, y'all. Anyone watching? Repeat says, okay, Purdue and Gonzaga is 4.5. Interesting. So I'm guessing Purdue is favorite, right? Purdue is 4.5. So should we just jump into 4.5 instead of the 4? Because we finished with the 4s, right? We already know what 4s. If you want the favorite, you take the 4. Take the 4 with the favorite. 4.5. Now, let me tell you about this one. This is where it gets tricky. That's the reason why I wanted to talk about this spread. Not last, but wait. Hold on. Wait. Because you guys are probably listening like, wait a minute, but this team was a 4.5. Nah. Grand D Marquise in the building. What's up, my guy? He says, what's good, fire? And then he says this, though. See, because Repeat says Gonzaga's +4.5, but check out what Grand D Mark, he says Clemson won as a +4 today. No, they didn't. I knew you was going to say that. Check the lines of how the lines flip, and you tell me how long was Clemson a 4.5. See, I mean, how long was they a 4? See, that's the trick part, y'all. Let me tell you guys this, because all I do is study 4s, 4.5s, and 1s. That's all I pay attention, and that's all I look for. I don't care about nothing else, right? I can also look. Damn, I don't know if the camera's all right. Oh, shit. Damn it. Right? Okay. Well, this right here, you can see it's flip-flopping from 4, 4.5, 4, 4.5, 4. Every 2 hours, the line changes. Now, what did I say to you guys? If the line is changing, flip-floppy like that, you be careful. If a team is staying on the 4, see, it's not that easy the way I'm saying it. If a team stays on a 4, you take the favorite. If it stays on that 4, if you just notice that line is just staying there, it may flip-flop at one point, but then it goes back. You stick with the favorite with the 4. You see what I'm saying? If it flip-flops, that's when you got to do your due diligence and you got to do your research. That's when you have to do it, because now you got to see what's up, right? And yeah, you saw 3.5. Shit, where did you see that 3.5? Because here, DraftKings here in New York, they wasn't letting that thing go down to that. But the threes, we could talk about threes one day, not today, but we'll talk about threes. How threes is very suspect. Don't trust threes. Threes. You mean Baylor? Baylor was -3.5. Yeah. Threes I don't trust. I usually take underdogs if it's a 3.5. To be honest with you. He says, yeah, 3.5. I agree. If the underdog money don't move the line, you got to take the favorite. Wait. No. If the line don't move, you got to take the favorite +4. Okay, you mean the favorite -4? Yes. If the line don't move, you take the favorite with a -4. If the line is moving, then you're in trouble, which leads me into the 4.5. 4.5. Let me say this. Most of the time, go do your research. Most of the time, if you see a 4.5 and it stays on a 4.5, it'll flip to 4, but then once it stays on the 4.5 the most, chances are the underdog is going to cover if they don't win outright. If they don't win outright, they will cover 90% of the time, not 100% of the time, but that 4.5, usually the underdogs win the game. Or if they lose, they cover. So do you guys understand what I'm saying? I don't want to sound so confusing, because it is actually confusing when you break it down, when you listen to it. But the thing is, I've been studying 4 and 1 for years, not for 2 months, 3 months, years. And if you want to know why, it's because I've gotten broken a good amount of times by the 4 and the 1. So I'm sharing it to you so you don't end up in that situation that I ended up years ago. I used to bet the 1, and like anybody, I'm like, this team is a -1. So they're better. That's what I used to say. It's a -1, they're better. Every time I would take it, some reason the underdog keeps winning. I'm like, why do the underdog keep winning? This team is so-called favorite. And the lines ain't flipping. The lines ain't flipping, but it's still a favorite. Why the fuck are y'all? Why are y'all losing? It got to the point. I was angry, cursing, and all that. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this something's not right. Something's not right about this. Something's not right. Why does the underdog keep winning? And this is before sports got bigger. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So one day I said, and then I left. Then I started to leave the -4s. I mean the -1s alone. I said, I ain't betting this no more. I keep losing every time I bet a -1. This team is so-called better, right? And this is when the top teams is playing the lower teams. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna win. Why the fuck do they keep losing? And nobody's injured, quote unquote. Everybody's playing. Why do they keep losing? This is every team. This is in NFL, college football, NBA, college basketball. Why does it keep fucking happening? okay, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here. Instead of ignoring it, I'm gonna go the other way. And guess what? I don't know how many times, I swear to God, I don't know how many times I have lost betting a plus one. I can recall maybe two times in years I've lost in the plus one. Well, it's not like I caught every single plus one game. Now, I'm not gonna sit there and tell you I did that because I didn't. Because sometimes you can't catch every single game. You can't bet every single game. You see what I'm saying? There be days when you don't bet. Because I ain't betting every day. There's days you don't bet, and there's a plus one. And you look, you check scores, you like, look at that. This team was a plus one. I should have bet that. So it's not like I catch every single thing every day. But every time I bet it, I think I've only lost twice in the last mm, maybe maybe no, maybe 4 years, and I'm not even over exaggerating. But I don't pick every single plus one game because I'm not betting every single game every single day. But most of the times when I'm betting it, the plus one serves me right. But you got to make sure it stays on plus one for a long time. If it's flip floppy and then you bet and then you lose, and be like, wait, look, you were wrong. You're wrong. Look, you're wrong. No, 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 no. Go check the lines and the time. Because it always tells you when the so I gotta sneeze. I'm sorry. It tells you the time when the lines are flip floppy. That's because that's what I look at as well. See, see, it's it's a time and when these lines change. So I also look at that. Oh, it's flip floppy. But if it stays on that one, I'm taking that damn one. Ain't nobody gonna tell me. Ain't nobody gonna tell me any different at all. He says. He says, yeah, Purdue is the favorite. Purdue is the favorite. Now, here's the thing. Repeat. I want you to know this, right? Listen to this, guys. There's going to be no games tomorrow. There's going to be no games for 3 days. Those lines are going to flip. I promise you. I don't see the Purdue. Now, if Purdue stays on this line, y'all, right? What is it? 4, right? Somebody said 4 or 4.5. Now, if it stays on 4.5, I might have to pay attention to Gonzaga to cover. Like I said, not win the game, but cover. Because 4.5, the underdogs can win the game. I mean, they can cover. But if they don't cover, they can just win the game outright. If it stays on 4.5, I'm going to have to rock with Gonzaga. I'm telling you that now. If it stays on a 4, if it's 4 for a long time, then Purdue is the play. Do you guys get it? I know it sounds confusing. That's why I want you to play this back. And that's another reason why I decided to maybe just go on live for an hour. That way you guys get straight to it and talk about it. That way I'm giving you all the information here and you don't really have to look for no time slots of when I said what I said. You play this whole live back. You sit back and you enjoy it and you just take notes on what I'm saying. And in due time, you will understand where I'm coming from when I talk about the -4, -4.5, and the -1. -1, you do not trust. Do not fuck with -1s. I know it may be a team that you think is so good and you fuck with them and you think it's their time. Do not do it. Unless you just say, yo, forget what before you're saying, I'm gonna do it because I want, because I can't force you to do anything. But we going by the results. Do you care about the results? Or you care about your heart? Who cares about what your heart's saying? I've been got away from what my heart's telling me. It's this. I don't always win. Shit, this Yale game ain't looking good. But Yale wasn't a team that I was looking at beforehand in the tournament anyway. That's why I don't feel too bad. They got to make some type of a comeback. But you can take with a 5.5. I said taking 5.5 because I wanted to see UConn versus Yale. Right? But then I noticed yesterday, we can get the San Diego rematch versus UConn. Right? But yeah, my main lock was what? Arizona to go to the Sweet 16. Not Sweet 16, the Elite 8. And I said, yo, it's going to be UConn versus UNC, Caleb Love. That's what I want to see. Max says, "Yep, Marquette was 4.5 and didn't cover by a point." Y'all see that, right? Marquette, yeah, and that was one of the games too. I was supposed to screenshot that. Yeah, yeah. Where that's at? It's Oh, I don't want. Yeah, Colorado. Yeah, Marquette won. Listen, y'all, Marquette won by 4. But guess what? The spread. Damn, I would. Marquette was 4.5. They was 4.5. You see what I'm saying? I can check it for yourself. Marquette was 4.5. They was 4.5. Depending on when you caught it. But yeah, I mean they opened up at plus 3.5. And then look, Marquette was the 4. And here's another thing too. Marquette was a 4 all day yesterday. That's a dead giveaway that they was going to win the game, right? A dead giveaway that they're going to win the game. And then it started to flip to 4.5, and then went back to 4, kept jumping. And then today it was 4.5 the whole time. Marquette wins the game, and um, Marquette wins the game. Colorado covers 4.5. Boom, there you go. You see what I'm saying? Now, if it would have stayed on 4 the whole time, just take Marquette. Let's take Marquette. It depends. Like I said, it depends on what you want to do. You want to take a spread, or you want to take a money line. That matters too. That's the reason why when I see a 4, I don't take the 4. I mean, I usually just take the favorite. Let me get the favorite money line. And even if I tap it in with something else that I know is going to win, if I see a +1, I parlay a -4. No, I parlay the -4 favorite with a money line and a +1 with the underdog. Those two right there, you will win 95% of the time. That parlay, to me, is the best parlay in sports. The -4 with the +1. This nigga is giving some gems. This nigga giving some gems. Okay, he says, okay, we load up on Gonzaga. Right now, as we're speaking, yes, repeat, as we're speaking right now, only because the lines will change. Remember, it's 3 days. That game's not going to happen until 3-4 days, right? We got to be careful. Make sure we see where the line stays at. But if it's 4.5 and that joint stays at 4.5, Gonzaga with the plus points is the play. Gonzaga with the plus points is the play. Now, and yeah, some of y'all minds, y'all may say, oh, Gonzaga gonna win straight up. Well, when didn't they win straight up? They went straight, even better. So please don't get confused by what I'm saying. Please don't get confused by what I'm saying. UNC gonna be the dogs against Arizona, and I'm betting UNC money line. I can't wait to see what happens with that one. Now, here's the thing with that one. What do y'all think the line's gonna be though? With them two going against each other, oh man, I pray to whatever higher power there is. I hope I see a +1 and a -1 for that game. Now, if you want to be technical, UNC and Arizona in real sports is supposed to be a 1 and -1, a +1 and a -1. Real sports, that makes sense. But I don't think these pussy books is going to do it. They scared to do that. Based on this information I'm telling y'all, they'll be scared to do that. But at least you guys would know. If you see a +1 on UNC in Arizona, you already know whoever's +1 for a long time, for a good amount of time, that's who you take. That's who you take. And let it. Oh, and please don't see another game that's a -4. You just parlay the -4 with the +1. I did that last week too. I don't have the ticket. I could post which game. I would have to look back on my stuff so I could show you. But I parlayed a -4. Well, I took the favorite. I didn't bet the -4, but I took them with the money line. I took that favorite with the -4. That was a -4, and I took that +1 underdog. I put them together. I won. You have to catch that though. You have to make sure it's a full slate where you can see a 4 and a 1. Don't pay attention to so many spreads. You just can't do it. The goal is to win more than you lose. That's it. And this is the gem right here. When handicappers, they be giving up, they be giving games, and I'm like, why you get? Well, I'm not gonna say why. No, yeah, the ones that's giving it free because I'm not paying handicappers for picks, so I can't say what they really giving people on the low. But most of the time, they'll still put out what they gave people like after the game, or even for free all over the internet, via Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, right? I'm like, why y'all giving people these? Why y'all giving people these picks? It's stupid. It's stupid. I'm telling you, I wanna be, even though I have a long way to go. I have a long way to go, but I can dream big, right? I want to be one of the people that's responsible for the books not using +1 and -1s anymore. That's my goal. Because if it spreads like wildfire, I want people to come back here and say, "Yo, how the fuck did you know about that?" And then I could break it down. I can let them know. This is what's happening. See, you guys got to realize I'm a little old person. I ain't nobody important. It's the whales that's making these big bets. So they not paying attention to that. They don't care. They just going whatever they going with. But little on me here, I'm like, I found the gem, y'all. Now you know what else somebody could tell me? Well, then if that's the case, why aren't you rich yet? Let me break this down on why you can't put all your eggs in one basket. If you take a whole bunch of money and you start taking advantage of a +1 or the -4, and you right with a lot of money, and you keep betting that a lot, you're gonna get kicked out of the books. You do know that. You're gonna get kicked out of the books, and what you're gonna say is, "Oh, well, I just go to the other books." Okay, let's say you have a DraftKings, and like you was killing DraftKings, betting a good. Let's say you was betting big to the point where like you was betting those +1s and the -4s, or the money line with the -4s, right? The books, you with DraftKings, they kick you out. You're gonna be cocky, and you're gonna say what? Well, I got FanDuel. I'll just go with FanDuel now. So you do the same thing, but you do it with FanDuel. Guess what? They kick you out. They kick you out the app too. So you can't bet with DraftKings and FanDuel. So that's two that's done. Now what happens? You're gonna get cocky and say, "Oh well, I could just go to, let's say, Caesar's book." You go to Caesar's book. You do the same thing. Well, they kick you off, right? You just 3 books you're banned from. Now what you say? I'm gonna go to MGM book. You bet with the MGM book. So that's 4 books. One of the 4 main books you get kicked off of, right? So now what you want to do? You want to bet like the Bovada and stuff like that? You already know the offshore books is very anal. Y'all know the story with them. They certain things that they do not let happen if you have the edge. So then you have to worry about how you're betting with them. And then now what you will have to do is start getting runners, sending people to make the bets for you, or you're making bets off of their accounts. But once again, if you're betting big, taking advantage of the 4s and the 1s, then their accounts can be cut off. The bigger sports betting is getting throughout the state, the more that they're gonna limit us, people. If you take advantage, if you keep betting big. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about $500. I'm talking about there's people that have thousands. You keep doing that, and they keep, and they notice the line that you keep betting, you're gonna get kicked out. Or they're gonna ban you. That's the reason why you have to do it. Look, this information I'm sitting here saying is public live. That's crazy, right? But it ain't like some of y'all gonna pay attention to. Y'all gonna let it go on one hand out the other because y'all gonna keep betting minus fucking ones. I already know that. Because you think that the -1s is gonna, oh yeah, the -1s they're gonna win. They're gonna take over. No, it's not. It's not gonna happen. Don't work that way. When you see something, take advantage of it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. This game is over, y'all. Up to Yale. This game is over. I can't wait. Sweet 16. Sweet 16. We're gonna do something. Sweet 16 is where that's where the fun. That's where the fun is gonna be at. Right? You can already tell. San Diego versus UConn, the rematch. What y'all think about that one? That's gonna be an interesting one. Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah. I'm still here. I'm still here. We let me read this. He says, FanDuel in the Meadowlands will limit your window to a ban. That's it. You see what I'm saying? You heard what he just said, and repeat knows what he's talking about. I'm not gonna say I don't want to put his business out there, but he knows what he's saying. There's a reason why he knows what he's saying. That's a fact what he's saying, right? He knows. You can't you guys can't do that. You can't bet crazy with it. You have to like be careful on how you make these bets. That way we can keep taking advantage of the 1 and the 4. Just make sure you guys realize that. We want to take advantage of that 4. We want to take advantage of that 1. So be careful about how you do it. Right? Marco Polo in the building. Be fire. What up, G? What's up, my guy? I don't know if you was listening the whole time, but I got some good information that we are an hour and 6 minutes in. I want you to watch this playback, Marco. And I'm giving a gem for something because I just think you guys really need to take advantage of it. I know I write it in my community section on the YouTube, but I think it's about time that I talk to you about it because remember, I haven't been talking to you guys about it. I think I should talk to you guys about it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you guys gotta win. Gotta fucking win. You know what I'm saying? We gotta win. Fuck all that other shit they talking about. Seriously, right? Um. Oh shit. What else? Hold on. Yeah. So what did I say, guys? You got what? 1, 4, and +4. Those what we are going to worry about. We are going to worry about that in college, NBA, college football, and NFL because you guys are going to ride this journey with me. The +1 and the -1, take advantage. You're not going to win 100% of the time, but you are going to win 90% of the time. And I'm only saying 90% of the time to be nice because honestly, I really want to say 95% of the time to be cocky and arrogant. But to be nice and to humble myself, I'm going to say you are going to win 90% of the time. And this is not my opinion. This ain't my opinion. This is facts. Once again, like I said, if somebody can show me differently, I'll I'll unalive myself on live. Yeah, I said that on live. I'll unalive myself on live if you could show me different. Ever since sports betting has gotten bigger, starting from 2018, like soon as Jersey had got it legally, show me, show me. I would like to see it because you talking to somebody that's all I pay attention to is ones four and fours. I pay attention to that before any line. And soon, oh, overtime. Houston and Texas. That's crazy. That that was the actual game, people. Houston was the game. But yeah, like I said, that was it. Now, granted, man, he says the Grandee Marquis. Sometimes you have to watch out. They give a favorite the plus. They give the favorite the plus money line. The team that's supposed to win. Yeah, the team that's supposed to win, they actually give them the plus money. That's the plus. That's the +1. That's the +1. The team that's supposed to win, they make them an underdog. The +1 is the biggest trick, y'all. The +1 is the biggest trick. It's the reverse. The team that's going to win is the underdog. The team that's going to lose is the favorite. But isn't the favorite supposed to be the team that's supposed to win? That makes no sense. Wait. Adrian said, "Can't believe New York doesn't have sports betting." Yes, it does. What you think I'm doing here? Adrian, stop. Adrian, we got sports betting. We got sports betting. And even though I'm here in New York and we have sports betting, I'll be the first to tell you, I think sports betting being big was the problem. It made it worse. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't have no problem still going to Jersey to make my bets. Even though I could do it right here as I'm talking to y'all here in New York, I wouldn't have a problem. Yeah, San Diego won. I wouldn't have a problem going to Jersey to continue to make my bets. No, it is what it is. I'll do it. I'll still do it. I don't care. Why is Houston this game? Houston A&M. You guys see that? Y'all see what's going on with this Houston A&M game? Look at this. Look at this. Because I don't. What if Houston's on number one and they get smoked? You think they get cracked the first round? I never really believed in that team too much anyway. That's the reason why I ain't really talk about them like that. But that's crazy. But yeah, I don't want to get off track with you guys. But yeah, that's what we have to take advantage of. That's what I want you guys to. I need you guys to know that. I need you to know that. It says, "B5, you are the truth. I swear I hit a few plus ones all for you. This is serious, people. Thank you, my God.
Always business. Never personal.
Listen. Yale is going to lose tonight. They're getting blown out. Anybody that took advantage of my plus ones throughout this tournament, round 1 and 2 so far, you should be up off of what I'm saying. You should be up off of what I'm saying. I want you guys to know that. You should be up off of that. All the plus ones went undefeated. The first round, well, every single day of the tournament that it was a plus one and stayed on a plus one for a long time, they have won, even in the NIT tournament. Because I know a lot of y'all's not even paying attention to the NIT tournament. Farfield was a plus one today. They stood on a plus one for a whole day since yesterday afternoon. They ended up winning the game. It flipped. They became a plus two the last hour, right? The last hour. That ain't phased me. The whole time they was a plus one for 24 hours. And that's the NIT. They won, y'all. Plus ones is where your money's at. You see, if you deal with a handicapper, you have to pay him for each pick. Am I right or wrong? Every time a handicapper's giving you a pick, you have to pay him. I'm telling you about a plus one for the rest of your motherfucking life. Come on, y'all stop playing with me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stop playing with me. He said, "I thought you went to Jersey to bet." Yeah, Adrian, I go to Jersey to bet if it's a college team that I cannot bet here in New York. That's what I do. But even though there's sports betting here, yeah, I go to Atlantic City a lot. Yeah. Because there's times when I just want to be around that atmosphere. Of course, I go to Jersey to bet, so I can be in the casinos, because there's times when I also need to cash out too. I'll be wanting to cash out and not wait for it. If I go into a DraftKings, get my money already and things like that, and I could be in a sports book amongst my guys, and we talking shit. Who's better? This team, this, and that. And the information I'm giving you guys, I say it to them too, but they think they know everything, and we just be going back and forth and shit like that. So yeah, I still go to Jersey. Of course, I go to Jersey to bet still. But I have it here in New York. I can bet right here as I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. You better stop playing. Absolutely. This game is crazy. It's a crazy game, but yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Either or I could do it. I can be in Jersey or I can be in New York. Here in New York, of course. And then sometimes too, There's always certain bets that they'll give Jersey that they don't give New York. Hmm. Vice versa too. Also, Granted Man says also, if I can't find me at least 2 or 3 plus money lines, I am not betting. There's always at least 2 upsets in every sport. That's a Snapple top fact. That's a Snapple top fact. Of course, you got to find it. And you know what's so crazy? Granted, I just look for the plus money with the one, just to make things easier. Just give me that one. Give me that +1. That's it. That's it. It's always there. +1s and 4s. You pay attention to those. And if you feeling froggy and you want to leap, pay attention to +5s. That's going to be a different show. That's going to be a different show. I don't want to talk your heads off with that. Right? That's for a different show. But them ones and them 4s. Hmm. We are also I'm gonna wait till college. So when we hit in the summer, towards the summer, we're gonna talk about the three. I got some real important information about the three for you guys. The 3 and the 3.5. I really think you guys need to pay attention to that if you really want to be successful with this sport and shit, with this sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to pay attention to that one. For real, for real. Right? What else we got here? What the fuck is that? Oh, we ain't right. We ain't finished yet. Real quick. I know you guys, the management room, the MGM room at Bagada is fire. You talk about in Atlantic City. Oh, so you repeat, you be out there. Yo, we definitely gotta connect, man. We definitely gotta connect. I only bet NHL for that crazy plus money. Yes. I bet NHL. I just don't know if y'all be betting it. So that's why I never talk about it. But yeah, I like NHL. Of course. I actually won the last 3 Stanley Cups. Not Stanley Cups. Um no, 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 no. The conference championships. I'm sorry. The conference championships. I won the last 3 of them. Yeah. The last no, I'm bugging. Last 4. I'm sorry. We in 2004. So yeah, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2022, 2023. The last 4, 2020. Yeah, I'm bugging out. Yeah. You are right, my guy. I just want to give the information. Because if I can't give you the information, I'm useless. That's just how I feel. I'm useless if I can't give you that. Nobody talks about the taxes on sports betting. It's 31% here in KY, Kentucky, over 600. People brag about winning thousands, but you pay them taxes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got to pay them. The more, right, Adrian? The more you win, the more you got to pay. The more, but I've heard that you can offset those taxes also with your losses too, Adrian. You do know that, right? Because the United States allows you to do that. You got to pay taxes, but if you keep your receipts, I tell people if you keep your receipts of your losing bets, you can offset your taxes. Your taxes won't be as much. That's the good part about I can give sports betting that Vegas nights for the repeat shit. Vegas nights for the repeat. But the girls, right? The girls won back to back, right? In basketball. WNBA, they won back to back. Right? I'm trying to think about all the back to back champions this year. Vegas. I mean, they're doing good. So I mean, I hear a lot of people saying it's the year of repeats, bro. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Mr. Jalen, I'm here, and yeah, I bet NHL. I always take them underdogs when they play 10 minutes plus 1.5. Oh, so you guys know your shit. All right, shout out to Texas. Yeah, they're gonna win that game. Yeah, plus money in hockey. Take advantage of it if you can, especially if it's a game that makes sense, right? Granted says, I used to go to the Silver Slippery in Biloxi, Mississippi, and hit them before I moved out of state. And you can't bet, and you're right, you can't bet every game every day. Now you can't do that. Sometimes enjoy it. Sit back, and enjoy the game and have your comments. Don't be tempted to go on that app and bet all the time. You know what I'm saying? See, here's the thing, Adrian, right? Because I see your comment next, based on based on what Granite is saying, right? In New Jersey, see, the good thing about New York was we we didn't have betting yet, so I could be like, shit, I guess I can't bet this game that I want to. Even though you could bet a Bovada, I had a Bovada. I mean, I still have it, my bet now and all that. But sometimes you don't even want to bet on those books. You don't want to bet on those books, so sometimes that helps you. But now that we got it in New York, I could do it right here from my bed. If I wanted to, go right there in the bed, and I can do it. Yeah. Um, how do you attack hockey and baseball as far as spreads? Oh, yeah, I don't bet the spreads. I don't bet this. You want to know why? Because hockey and baseball has the best. They have the best lines. They got the best lines. I just bet somebody straight up. Now, if I'm gonna bet a line in baseball, I never bet the favorite. I bet the underdogs on a line when the favorite scores again. So you usually know how these lines with hockey and baseball is 1.5. So being that it's 1.5, I wait for the favorite to score, and then the line usually will jump from 2 to 2.5. So if it jumps from 2 to 2.5, what I do is I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll tell you this: the way San Diego is playing right now, because they won this game, the way they playing, it would be a major letdown if they lose to UConn. I tell you this much because the hype on the way they got these guys looking, it would be a damn shame if they do lose to UConn. It'll be a damn shame if they lose to UConn. So yeah. That's how I attack it. I attack it through. I'll wait for the favorite to score, then I'll take the run line or the spread with a 2.5. But for the most part, I take that money line because their lines is good anyway. B hit Emmanuel Sharp for 30 plus 10 for 174 with the Bezoos. Damn. Damn, I like that. He said Sharp for 30 plus, right? 10 for 174 with the boost. Where you got that boost from where? From FanDuel or MGM? You telling me go for that, right? Damn, this guy San Diego. Yo, shout out to San Diego, man. Y'all messing up my streak, man. I hate when I go on a winning streak and shit like that, and there's always one team to fuck me over. San Diego did their thing. San Diego did that. They did their thing. I can't wait for Sweet 16 in a couple days, man. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. FanDuel. I knew it. Okay, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I wanna come up to FanDuel. I gotta figure out what's gonna be my situation for the Sweet 16 about where I'm going. I don't want to like just say it on live and shit like that. So I want to see where I'm going with that. And we're gonna see what's up. But in conclusion, right? -1 +1, -4 +4, -4.5 +4.5. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, don't think that like based on everything I said, if you go and bet like a +1 tomorrow and you lose, don't think that the information is just false. It's not false. You can just do your fact check and you can tell like it's actually real. It just does. It's not going to happen 100% of the time. It's going to happen 95% of the time. And I'm going to say 90 to be humble, right? There's always an outlier, but I'm willing to bet that outlier is because the line was flip floppy. So if you just see a one, you still got to check and see what that line was doing. Was it turning back and forth? Was it turning on and on? Right? You just got to look at that before you just pick. And other than that, y'all should be good. Yeah. Um, we're gonna talk off of this. We're gonna talk off of this. You heard me repeat. And yeah, we're gonna do our thing. And you know what we got to beat up. So yeah, guys, I really hope you got something out of that, right? After this game with Yale and San Diego, the official Sweet 16 lineup is going to happen. We're going to pay attention to it. But we have 3 days. I'm not making no bets tomorrow, it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday from none of these games in the Sweet 16 until the day of, in case the line is flip floppy. Once again, if we see fours and ones, y'all, you go and jump out the window and you bet it now. Don't be surprised when that shit change. You got to see what it's hitting for. Me, I'm betting the day of. The day of the Sweet 16. That way I had gotten 3 days of information to make my bets. You're getting 3 days of information to make your bets. That's the best time. The best time. You see what I'm saying? Want you guys to win. That's the whole. We want to win, man. Forget what everybody else is talking about. We want to win. I want to win. So, that's what it is. So I do want to know from you guys. Is it rigged? Is it scripted? Is it fixed? I don't know. I really don't know. You tell me.